Our next set of examples gives us two parallelograms that are similar, and it wants us to find all of the missing parts. So some of the properties of parallelograms will come into play again, and we'll also be looking at setting up our proportions using our scale factor. So in terms of finding our scale factor, once again we want to find a pair of sides that correspond, that we have both values. So that would be our 9 and 6. So I'm going to say SF for scale factor would equal 9 to 6 or 3 to 2. So both examples that we've looked at so far have the same scale factor of 3 to 2, but that's just coincidence. So if my scale factor is 3 to 2, I can use that to find the length of MN. So I can say 3 to 2 equals 12 to X. Either using my cross product or just kind of using some problem solving, I end up with X equals 8. So MN is 8. Because these are parallelograms, I know that opposite sides are congruent, so PO is 8. The length of NO is going to be the same as the length of MP. It's going to be 6. In my first parallelogram, if AD is 9, then that means BC is 9. If AB is 12, then I know DC is 12. For my angles, we know that opposite angles of a parallelogram are congruent. And we know that consecutive angles have to be supplementary, which means they add up to 180. And there again, I know opposite angles are congruent. Now for the angles in the second parallelogram, I'm not going to set up a proportion. We said corresponding angles are congruent. Angle A corresponds with angle M, angle B corresponds with angle N, angle C corresponds with angle O, and angle D corresponds with angle P. So we bring in lots of different concepts in these problems. We do have a theorem in this section, Theorem 8.1, that says if two polygons are similar, then the ratio of their perimeters is equal to the ratio of their corresponding sides. So let's see what that is telling us. So if we find the perimeters and the ratio of the perimeters from the parallelograms that we just had. So I'll fill in the sides. As I said, it's the exact same problem we just had. That's why I'm not reworking the problem. So if I want the perimeter of ABCD, I'm going to add together 9, 12, 9, and 12. That's going to give me a perimeter of 42. On the second one, if I add together the sides of MNOP, 6 plus 12 plus 6 plus 12 is going to give me 28. And I messed up. It is not 28. Sorry about that. I had the wrong length for MN and PO. So when I put in the correct value that those are 8s, then that really does give me a perimeter of 28. So that answers the first part of the question, find the perimeters, and now we want to find the ratio of those. Here again, based on how they have set up our similarity statement, it tells me to put the value from ABCD first, compared to the value from MNOP, and then if we reduce that, it gives us the ratio of 3 to 2. And that's the same as what our scale factor was. When we took the 9 to 6, it also gave us 3 to 2. Our homework for this assignment is on page 476 to 479, numbers 8 to 42, and 53 to 67. So make sure you read the directions carefully, watch your similarity statements, and if you have any questions, please make sure you make notes so we can discuss it in class.